Hi guys, I'm here checking out Star Wars Imperial Assault with Anton. Anton, what can you tell me about this tabletop?
Well, Star Wars Imperial Assault is a tabletop miniatures game that is set in the Star Wars universe. You will have up to four players playing Rebel characters. Each character has its own card, has its own abilities, and they are actually competing against a single player who plays is the Imperial player. The Imperial player knows all the secrets of each mission. They know where things are hiding, they know where things are going to be deployed, and will try and actually compete against and outwit the Rebel players who are playing cooperatively. This campaign-style play happens over 30 different missions that are in the box, and as each mission progresses, you'll actually experience an entire story. There's this massive campaign arc, and at the end, either the Imperial player or the Rebel players will win. Between each mission, you'll have an opportunity to purchase more equipment. You will have the opportunity to get better as a particular character. I've been playing as a Bothan spy who, over time, is getting even better at long-range rifle combat. And he's also hard to hit. He's usually hiding in the shadows. And whether it's the Imperial or the Rebel player, you develop your strategies over 5, 10, 15 different missions in a campaign.
Do you have to create your own character sheet just like other tabletop games?
No, so it's a great question. This is not a role-playing game. We also publish role-playing games. We have 3 separate core rule books that focus on a different slice of the Star Wars universe, but Imperial Assault is for people that want to sit down, play something where you actually have squares on a board to move your characters around, and you would select from one of 6 Rebel characters that are in the box. So you don't have to be, you're not rolling anything. There's no pen or pencils needed, but you choose your character and it has a few stats that define how you function. Are you good at melee combat? Are you good with range combat? You have a weapon or two, and then the Imperial player will build the first map for the first mission. They'll read the opening crawl of what you would see on the screen if you were sitting in a theater, and all of a sudden you're dropped into the middle of the action, and you have to figure out very quickly, well, what is our objective, and are we trying to save someone? Is there an operative that we need to release? And over several turns, just fighting off stormtroopers, fighting off Trandoshan hunters. There's an AT-ST in the box. Luke and Vader are in there. You'll cross paths at some point with known characters that you might be able to gain as allies. So depending on how it unfolds, you might actually have someone that you know and love from the Star Wars universe be an ally character with the rest of the group.
And all your actions role-based?
Are all the actions? No, there are only 4 there are actually only 4 actions. So the mechanically it is very simple, but the experience is really deep. So you can move, you can attack, you can interact. So if there's an object, if there's a door, for example, you can open the door. If there's a terminal, you can go work the computer terminal, or you can heal. And just with those 4 simple actions, moving each of the characters across the map, it's about coordinating together, taking long-range shots, staying out of the line of fire as squads of stormtroopers come charging in and
Hordes.
a horde. It's a lot of fun.
How much would Assault run?
Imperial Assault is $100. It's a big fat box. It has all the map tiles that are double-sided for both outdoor and indoor adventures. You've got 6 different Rebel characters that are all different. There's a Wookiee, there's a Jedi Force-sensitive character, a few humans. There's one guy who's a commander of sorts who can actually cause another character to do a double action. So everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. It then has, I think all told, it has 34 plastic figures. So 6 for the Rebels, and then the balance are bounty hunters and the AT-ST and the stormtroopers and the Imperial officers and also probe droids. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Then the dice and the dice and cards, and then lots of cards. Cards for
Equipment and stuff?
Yeah, equipment that you might purchase, cards, things that you might find as you go wandering around, and then other cards that allow you and the Imperial player, mission after mission, to expand what it is that you're capable of doing, to increase the abilities of your characters. It's just going to be a card sitting in front of you.
And as for the timeline in the universe, where would this fall into?
Well, I guess the first 3 films.
The first 3 films, okay, that's so everybody's favorite for me.
Yeah, well, that's for those who love the first 3 films, it's your favorite. But there's one other thing I want to point out. There's a second game in the box. So using all the same components, the tokens, the same mechanics, There's a head-to-head combat game. There's a skirmish game in the box where you and another player would select from all the available figures. You create a force worth 40 points, so there's some rules for how you establish what it is that you bring to the table. You do that in secret, and then you sit down, you draw a card off the top of the skirmish deck, which neither of you will know what skirmish mission you will be on, and that establishes the map and establishes what the objective is. So if you like the more competitive stuff, if you don't want to play week after week or once or twice a month, and you just want to sit down and scrap it out in 30 to 40 minutes, there's a 2-player head-to-head skirmish set of rules in the same box, and it allows you to do the campaign and switch to skirmish.
And this allows a diverse gameplay for every time you start a game. It'll feel like a different game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a ton of variety, and then this is a product line. I mean, we've been around for 20 years. We do all sorts of tabletop board games, card games, miniatures games. So as you get deeper in, if you really enjoy it, then we have individual character packs. So Han Solo, Chewbacca are available as individual characters. Boba Fett is coming. There's just more campaign, there's more, and everything adds new stories and new skirmish content and new side missions. So every expansion just adds more to not only what you can play with, but then the adventures and the missions and the equipment that you have available.
And is all this available now?
The core set is available now. It's been out for a few months. Then we have Wave 1, so there are Han Solo, Chewbacca. There's a whole bunch of stuff out now, and we've recently announced what's coming out in just a couple of months. So this is something just like your favorite, if you love Star Wars, you know that, I know I was excited when I heard Episode 7 was coming. And it's a matter of, if you really love something and you want to go beyond what you know, we're very passionate about this. We want you to continue to just go with it. It's none of it is collectible. There's no blind buy at all. It's if you want Chewbacca, buy the Chewbacca pack, and suddenly you have Chewbacca and the figure and all those expansions. You grow it as you need to, or as you have interest.
Well, thank you for answering my questions, Anton.
You got it, man. Thanks, Mike.